miss a lot of shots, and that's why it's good for him to actually know as well. Like, yeah, sure, if you're not hitting your shots right now, just pick up the rifle. We'll sort it out.
Oh, we're into the first round already here. It's the first map, so if you're just joining us, you're right on time, but get your friends involved and let them know there's some cool Counter-Strike about to go down. Forest in the middle with the pistol, sniping away, and that's a fight I wouldn't take if I was HellRaisers. Forest is one of the strongest pistol players in the world, and fighting him is not a good idea down middle. And NiP actually have a very sort of variable setup going on in the middle where they have 3 people that can rotate to either A or B. So looks like right now they're perfectly willing to play retake on A. That's something they've already accounted for, it looks like, and that's pretty what they can end up doing. Yeah,
you see on their setup right now, you only have 1 on long and 3 mid. So by the time they actually, well, this is something special.
Angel, they're gonna push down middle and come up from behind NiP, but Forest opening up with a quick double. That's a triple headshot. friberg helping out, and it might have been too late here. flamie actually gets a great kill in Xizt, but it's hard to account for Forest dropping that triple.
Yeah, I mean, that's not something that you keep into consideration doing a tactic like that. Because they probably thought, because Forest is always usual in the middle, and they're probably like, okay, well, instead of fighting him heads on, go out mid, we're just going to drop spawn and maybe catch him off guard. But he doesn't want any of that.
Wow. That looked like it could be interesting, because I think NiP were ready to play retake. I'm not sure if they were ready to fight in CT spawn. That's a little bit different. And now it's going to be, well, from us,
it's a full save from HellRaisers. No, but that pistol, that was saying, the whole setup that NiP had, since they had 3 guys in mid, 1 B and 1 long, if they would have just pushed up cat there, chances are NiP would just take over middle and act like they were the T's. So they would just attack the A bomb site, like if they were just playing the offensive side.
Oh. Good kill coming in from Dosia. Maikelele doing some work with the scout over on long, and he's actually going to win the fight against Dosia eventually, and he spots the guy going to Gandalf as well, so no issue at all here. Quad kill for Maikelele, and in terms of confidence boosting,
I was going to say the same. It's a really good way to start, especially if you're the primary operator to start like that. Yeah, sure, it's eco-frag, but yeah, you're playing with the scout, you're hitting your shots, and again, it's pretty much the same aspect if you were to have an op, so it's very good to actually start like that, especially for a player like Maikelele.
Well, third round. There wasn't a bomb plan in the first one for HellRaisers, but they actually choose to go for the rifles anyway here, which is a very sort of CIS style of Counter-Strike, just going for that really early buy.
Yeah, but I mean, this buy I actually do like, because yeah, they lost the pistol, didn't get the bomb down, they just full saved and ended up buying Galilus, and they still have the smokes and they still have the flashes, so it's still a very good buy here from HellRaisers.
And because the Maikelele never died, they know he still has the scout, and it's probably going to be holding on to it, so they can end up... I mean, Galil versus scout, that's not such a bad setup, as opposed to later on, if they saved one more time and maybe killed Maikelele, they might be AK versus AWP, and that could be even more uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly, and you see here Maikelele by car, so this is actually a good tactics from HellRaisers.
It's looking good right now. He's going to miss the first shot here and just going to fall back. Again, playing for the retake here in NiP. We're going to see if it's successful. They never really got to do it in the pistol, but they're going to get a chance this time. Bit of damage put into Maikelele. Bomb goes down, and the big problem for HellRaisers is, yes, they got control of short, but they don't have any grenades here to stop NiP, and Forest and friberg and Maikelele, they're just all chiming in. HellRaisers maybe challenging a little bit too much, and Dosia, well, 1v5. He's holding me short, and no one's ever going to come. So retake for NiP, definitely okay at this point. Dosia getting a triple, but they're already defusing, and they can't win the round.
Yeah, and that's I mean, that was the thing, right? Because they wasted pretty much all the nades they had just taking the A bomb site. Instead, they could probably just wasted 1 flash and 1 smoke, and that would be fine, because they realized there weren't anyone on the site anyway, and then they would have had a much better after plant situation. But since they did not have any nades, they actually needed to challenge the NiP players.
Now that particular strat is actually one that NiP, as far as I know, has been running for quite a while, except that the last time I saw it, I think it was at Cologne, the major tournament in Germany, and it was friberg playing down on long with an AWP. This time it's Maikelele with a scout, but it's still very much the same.
Yeah, I mean, NiP likes to play after plant, especially or a retake, especially on the A bomb side, because it's very hard to hold.
Forest, good opening frag there. Does spot one guy jumping up, and I think Angel took a bit of damage as well, which is uncomfortable. Again, HellRaisers are realizing, well, we got free reign short, that's great. We can just walk up short, no one's going to challenge us, but we lose a player in between. If they lose one more here, it's a 5v3, and they are going to do that. And Maikelele, how smart is he going to play? He wants to get one more chance here. That's not such a big risk, actually. He could do that, especially picking up the kill on AdreN like that. Next in line, he will go down. Dosia and kucher left. 2v3. They've got the bomb as well, and they can still win this round. Once again, they don't have a lot of grenades, and they're not going to have a full short hold. This time, looks like they're going to be holding inside the bomb site. have the AK as well. It's definitely doable, but Dosia needs to do what he did last time. A triple kill would be right as the doctor order. He sprays, he gets the kill. Dosia picks up a quick double headshot on Forest, headshot on friberg. Dosia's looking for more. He's going to go down to Get Right, but now kucher, he's got the advantage. He's got the health here. Galil versus Galil. Get Right's trying to be annoying, jumping and shooting at the same time, but kucher's playing it cool. He's not going to fall for it here. Goes out, gets the spray down, and HellRaisers win the round. Great play here.
Yeah, and Dosia was pretty much the savior of HellRaisers that round. Again, you were talking about it for Maikelele, because he got the first one. He backed up. That was incredibly smart. He got the second one. When that happened, you should have just backed up completely instead of just dying. Because he basically, when you have an op all the way down in pit and they plant, there's no way that they can even get out of the site. Instead of actually just ending up dying, then you end up in a very awkward situation where, yeah, you have Get Right on long and 2 from catwalk, but it just wasn't good enough.
And if we bring up the scoreboard really quickly, HellRaisers, it's AdreN and Angel on 0 kills both. It's really the Dosia show at this point. I know Thorin is going to be excited because he's always...
yeah, he's a Dosia fan.
Yeah, he's always happy to see Dosia play. And it is really impressive. Like, he's just a very strong player. So if the rest of his team can just step it up even just a little bit, this could be a good start for HellRaisers. They in this round, NiP are ecoing, and Maikelele, you said he's a flashy player. He's about to jump with the Mag 7. Wait a minute, this could be doom for HellRaisers. It's almost like they've sensed it.
This is so weird to me because right now Maikelele actually seems pretty hot with the op. Instead, you actually have Get Right with the op. He's probably over in, I think he's in middle, actually all the way back in B. Instead of just changing, so you give Get Right the Mag 7.
Oh.
There you go, flashy player.
Shot. Yeah, you did warn us. Forest also with the deagle picking up kucher. Get Right in the back. You're right, that is weird, and so far he's missing the shots, but he's going to get back up very soon. Flashbang out, Forest is there. Now it's a double deagle kill, and Get Right is going to finish it, and that looked like a way too comfortable round for NiP. What did HellRaisers do that round that went so horribly wrong?
They just spread out way too much, and they just got picked apart. By the time they realized, okay, well, even when Maikelele got the first frag, they should know, okay, they're low on money. We should just try and stack up and actually go together. And that would mean actually all 4, not 2 guys over at B and 2 guys out mid, especially not with any nades.
So not quite winning those duels and ended up maybe being a little bit too much alone. It's going to put HellRaisers back on an eco. Forest actually taking a significant amount of damage, though. Getting out through middle is not going to be easy, especially if they're missing. It looks like it's Maikelele getting all these kills, but exactly Xizt and friberg are the ones picking them up. He gets 1 and then goes down, so the Mag 7 is lost for a moment here. But again, it's a fairly comfortable round, and I think it was a triple for Xizt at the end. Yeah,
again, a solid hold for NiP. They're really starting to get a few extra rounds on the board here now, and HellRaisers, they really can't afford it. They actually need to break the NiP defense, and again, you're going to be seeing a second save from HellRaisers.
Now the double ops back in play. Someone has relieved Get Right of the opening dude. They said if you miss 7 shots on the B bomb side, that's it.
Yeah, you should just.
It's not 3 strikes and you're out. It's not quite California, but it's still something in that line. Just no more for that. So Forest is back in all-pink duty, and HellRaisers playing it slowly this round. They do have 2 flashbangs, so I mean, again, I always like it when people invest in just a couple of grenades in these eco rounds, just to see.
It can change everything in a round. 1 smoke and 1 flash could pretty much be a win or lose situation.
AdreN ready to pop it up here, and Maikelele can't see a thing, so if they could get the bomb plant, it'd be good. Fires just a little bit too soon, but they do have a strong setup over and long. I think getting a bomb plant down is going to be really rough. AdreN falls, flamie and kucher are left, and they're just waiting here. They get the 1 kill in, another one would be nice, but it's not going to happen. So in the end, the NiP they seem to have a good read on what HellRaisers are doing. And because HellRaisers are also moving somewhat slow, it gives a lot of time for the Swedish players to move around. Yeah, and you actually see, I think, a change in NiP's defense as of late, where they actually tend to have more men in the mid area, whereas they just retake A. Oh. There we go. That's a big kill. Xizt was the second guy crossing over, and actually Forest was down middle, and I think Forest is trying to shoot through the door.
No, he was actually going to push through to B. That's why they actually have Xizt jump over as well. So in case Forest goes down, so let's say HellRaisers actually gets Forest and they just rush into B, you still need that 2 extra players there just to try and hold.
All of that is pretty much gone, though. Forest is still pushing up a dark. He's going to go down to flamie. We've been talking about this player for a while. It's nice to see him get on the board a little bit more. with a 5-on-3. HellRaisers, you can tell they're still playing very slowly. And all they have to do is just not throw this away. friberg, though, going to take 1 kill in return. And now HellRaisers have to be a little bit worried. A little bit of a failed flashbang there. But at least Angel sees that no one's peeking from that corner, so no one was really hiding there. They got 40 seconds left. What's the plan?
I think they're just trying to wait to see if NiP makes a mistake here, just to maybe they challenge one. Here we go. For example, like friberg there. That's exactly what they're waiting for. Because they know that, because NiP is currently, they had a man down. They need to actually peek to get the odds in their favor again.
Yeah, right. He sees the gun barrel, but Angel's going to win the fight. Great play. And they intentionally decided we're not going to go and fight Maikelele in A. We know he's up there. We don't want to fight the... Oh, what? Right through on the box from CT spawn. He picks up kucher crossing. That's a mind-bending shot now. He's going to get into the bomb site here. It's a 1v3, but HellRaisers, they played it so smart up until now. The smoke's going to deny him, and he's going to get down by Dosia at the end. But kucher really the guy who opened up that round for HellRaisers. A really good round for the terrorist side. Yeah,
and it's very important, especially for HellRaisers, to get that entry frag just to open up the map a little bit. And you saw there, you see, because this is the way that you think when you're in a pro team and let's say you have a man down or even 2 men down, you need to gain some control back. And that means you need to push. And that's exactly what HellRaisers do, and they were waiting for it. And that's why you saw friberg getting caught off guard there by kucher as well. And that, again, opened up the map even more.
Oh, Maikelele going to pick down Angel. He had an AK in hand. What's interesting is that HellRaisers have Angel and AdreN both AWPing on this terrorist side, which is a strange thing. I can't recall the last time I've seen AdreN do much AWPing, and he's actually going to swap out for the AK as well.
Yeah, I think he just picked it up just to try and shoot through the double doors, and maybe he had a good spawn towards long, but having 2 ops on the T side as well isn't that big of a deal, especially in the beginning of the round.
Get Right also finds an opening on Dosia. This slow prey for HellRaisers, we saw how well it works when they're the ones getting the entry frags, but now that it's NiP instead, how do you make a breakthrough 3v5 like this, especially as usually it's going to cost you at least 1 or 2 members even getting in and getting the bomb down?
Yeah, when you only have 3 men left remaining versus 5 people, the A bomb site is actually a lot better to go to, because you only have, for example now, you only have Maikelele here. Let's say they actually used the flash, got onto the site.
And look at this free fire. And last time we criticized Maikelele for continuously fighting. This time he took the shot, and you could almost like he wanted to go again, and then maybe someone called it, or maybe he himself decided, no, I'm not going to do that. Bomb will go down, but they're in a 4v1, and it's only just going to get put down as Forrest gets the kill. So, yeah, it's less impressive when you only get the 2 kills around like Maikelele did, but it's much safer.
Yeah, I mean, especially because you see here, Maikelele is basically on fire. He's on point with his AWP. He's hitting pretty much every shot. Look at this one, for example. Insane headshot. Same here, and that's the thing. If you're on fire, especially a player like Maikelele, he always wants more. Like, okay, I just got this kill. I want another one. But it's very about knowing when to actually step away for a little bit.
Oh, kucher winning the fight in the middle against
He actually got him flashed.
Yeah, he was flashed as well. And if he had been sitting there just a second longer, Maikelele would have got the return kill. A big opening here, 7-2. How many rounds do HellRaisers need on the T side, do you think? I mean, this map has turned a lot more CT-sided, it feels.
Yeah, it does. But NiP is actually pretty good on the T side as well. So I would say they still need the rest to feel comfortable.
All right, 8-7.5. If they could get that, Maikelele is down to half health. kucher is hitting some really good shots. They have the man advantage, which means NiP have to compromise on the defense somewhere, and we can tell that it's kind of down the middle, except there is a guy up in window. I think it's Maikelele sort of looking down towards the middle, so if they end up really going through, it can still get dangerous. And I do like this setup. I mean, this gives them some good information without having too much of a risk.
Yeah, and especially knowing that Maikelele can just jump up on B plat as well and just cover. Oh, they're actually choosing to push in instead.
They're going to go aggressive, and Maikelele is going to run into 3 people. He kills one of them, then goes down. That leaves the B bomb site completely defenseless, and CT spawn is smoked off as well. Can they flash their way through? They do it once, but HellRaisers smartly are not going to fight it. They say, fine, we'll put the bomb down and just wait inside Bs. That's a really smart decision, I think, for HellRaisers. Yeah, and
you saw the call there from NiP opting to actually push into B tunnels. That's something that we even used to talk about before, knowing that when you only have 2 men, or when you only have 2 guys on the B bomb sites, where you have to take a gamble. You either have to fight in mid, or you have to push into B tunnels. Because if you stay on the B bomb site and they B split, you're just going to get sandwiched and you're not going to get anything out of it. So that was probably a call from friberg saying, okay, let's push into B tunnels and hope that they actually have, say, 3 guys going out mid. But HellRaisers faked it. They only have 1 guy, and then the rest was coming from lower tunnel. It was a good read again from HellRaisers.
Not going to get a chance here, kucher. So much smoke going on. I think that exact thing you're talking about, instead of fighting middle, pushing in and taking upper dark, is actually the first time I saw that used really, really well. Was actually from Titan with Existence. If it's a straight mid rush, we'll sort of Molotov the doors and then run upper, and it's quite cool to see.
Now you get a lot more angles to work with.
Yeah, and just diffusing the threat from there. Now it's going to be Xizt in the middle, winning the fight initially, and they can't return, even though the NiP members were so flashed in as AdreN is sort of looking towards the middle. Get Right sneaks in from short, and it's another round where NiP get 2 openings before HellRaisers get a chance to really return. flamie crouching in slowly, flashbangs through, but he can't see a thing. friberg with the kill there, and next in line it's Dosia, leaving kucher alone, 1v5, and it just...
Not much he can do here.
It feels like it's all about the entries right now.
Yeah, and you saw that in the beginning of the round for Angel, he was the guy who was going to peek double doors, but he didn't wait long enough. So HellRaisers flash, you saw right as he died, HellRaisers actually threw a flash out mid. If he would have just waited 1-2 more seconds, just wait for the flash, he would have probably gotten both the CTs there.
Man. So the 8-round dream is probably gone now. 7 is the next target, but they're also going to be out of money, and they actually don't kill a single NiP member either. So things are starting to get worse. What about a change of pace here? They've been playing slowly, looking for pickoffs. Could they try and go faster and catch NiP? Yeah,
they can go fast, especially knowing that, or if they realize by now that NiP plays 2 mid, 1 B, 1 long, and they have Maikelele rotating around from cat to the A bomb site. They can actually opt to go fast long. Maybe not this round, but the next round, for example. Just try and catch them off guard. This is a typical CIS buy as well. Just buying 1 AK with an armor and everyone else on an eco. I actually want to see stats on how often this round actually works, because it can't be that much.
The Russian AK, well, flamie's going to get found, but he wasn't the one with the rifle. But you're right, that used to be a real term. Just
yeah.
A train of terrorists, and each guy dying gives the AK on to the next one. Sounds efficient, certainly.
Yeah, but I actually haven't seen it work in a very long time.
It's the trickle-down theory of Counter-Strike. Reagan will be proud. Forest is going to be taking down Angel, and it's all up to kucher. He goes down as well. Can't really finish a kill. That's now 2 in a row for NiP, where they don't lose a single person. Which means HellRaisers can't anymore rely on like getting NiP to eco in this half. They actually have to just win rounds outright, where they just kill everyone and that's it. Yeah,
I mean, it's 3 rounds remaining in the half, and I'm not really sure how the money's looking at NiP, but it must be pretty good considering they haven't lost a man in the previous 2 rounds. There we go. They actually do decide to push out long.
Yeah,
like I was talking about. Yeah.
Really good stuff.
It's also a semi-buy again, but
now they just have to figure out, do they want to keep challenging Maikelele? They actually have 1 smoke. That might not be enough to stop him from AWPing, like he can move around that smoke. So with the lack of grenades, they're going to fall back. They have plenty of time for it. In upper dark, Forest 13 health is going to fall back, and it's almost like he feels it coming as well. He's got a Molotov to try and keep them back with. That's not going to buy enough time as it is, but then NiP could still win this round if HellRaisers aren't careful.
Yeah, they just need to work together here. And you saw that actually on the A bomb side. Maikelele got 1, and he instantly dropped down in seated spawn, just so he knows for a fact, okay, I'm going to be safe now. I'm going to get the pick. I'm just going to go defensive and just wait for them.
Forest in the back line here. 1 bullet from anything is going to basically kill him at this point. It should be possible. There goes the Molotov at 40 seconds. And Forest did a pretty good job at saving it, not using it too soon. He's trying to guess when they might come. He's also got a flashbang to buy a little bit of time, and he's actually going to put it out again. The timing is pretty uncanny, but they're right through, and it's going to be the scout kill. Could have been the Glock as well. They're going to make the crossover, and Angel picks off friberg. Great shot from the middle. They're going to fight Maikelele, and there's really no need to do that. They might as well keep everyone alive.
Yeah, they're just trying to kill him off here now, so he gets rid of the AWP. Because Maikelele, yeah, he has 4.9k. He's gonna be able to buy an AWP next round and an armor, but no nades. So if you actually manage to kill this guy, then it's actually very good for the momentum of the team.
Up on the box, takes the hit off of AdreN, and clock is still ticking. Shouldn't be time for him to defuse, and he's also getting stabbed in the back here. kucher coming through, so 9-3. I mean, I've seen teams win Dust 2 from having just 6 rounds on the T side. Like, that's doable.
It's possible, yeah.
So I'd say there's still hope if they can get the last in here and make it 9-6. It's not great, but it can be done. NiP again, they actually have used almost all their money here. If HellRaisers could win this round, NiP could pretty still muster some sort of buy, but it wouldn't be perfect.
No, I mean, you look there at the money, they don't have a lot of money left. So if HellRaisers win this one, they should technically win the next one as well, which would make it a 9-6 in favor of NiP, switching over to the T side.
Oh, get right. Some shenanigans here. Actually, he underhands froze, and he gets flashed in by a teammate, and Dosia has absolutely no clue. And that's going to be annoying. That's almost like a magic trick from Dosia's point of view. He's just there spotting. When he comes back and looks just 2 seconds later, there's a guy waiting in the corner. Yeah,
GetRight is very sneaky, especially on long. He likes to push, especially try to get the entry, and then he just falls back. It's extremely smart.
Now HellRaisers again. It feels like this whole first half has been HellRaisers trying to figure out a way to get back into the round once they lose the entry frag. And this is not the way. Forest is here. Don't move forward. And there it is. Forest is going to pick up the first kill. He's going to jump up on the ledge here as well to finish off flamie. The bomb is dropped in front as well, and they're just fighting brutally now. Forest with a great triple kill to take down every single member coming through upper dark. Angel, well, there's not much you could do at this point here. And the problem is HellRaisers probably don't have a lot of money either.
I think they can buy. I think they have enough money to buy. But you see there again, it's actually very sloppy play coming in from HellRaisers. They're just gambling right now, and that's not something you should do, especially on the T side on Dust 2.
I mean, what's weird is the one round where it seemed to work well for them was the aggressive push long. They did a fairly decent job then, and it's like they proved to themselves that it works, and then they sort of slow it down again and go back to what wasn't working all too well.
Yeah, and especially, I mean, they got since they must have realized by now that NiP is playing a retake, and they saw there the one round where Dosia actually won in the round up on the A bomb site. If you just keep on hitting that as well, knowing if they're confident in their abilities to actually play after plant, they should have just done that as well.
Well, one Tech 9 on AdreN, but apart from that, everyone else seems to be doing quite well. Over on long, if they end up going for it, it's GetRight down there, and he's hiding in the corner. They flash their way through correctly, and especially if it's Tech 9 just jumping through on AdreN, he's going to run right in. GetRight gets the 1-kill sprays while flashed, and Dosia gets the return. So that's a good trade here. Spray on down. Maikelele very nearly gone, and he will be gone. Great frag from Dosia. They get the kill on Xizt as well. And friberg fighting from the slope. If they can somehow just get the bomb down and without fighting him, that's going to be great. flamie has a smoke, which is going to make it hard for NiP to retake from slope here. And 2v3, they're going to have to coordinate, but Dosia not going to let them. That's a triple kill. Every time HellRaisers win around, it seems it's Dosia doing almost all the work. Now Forest, 1v3, and they shouldn't let him get this round.
No, they just played defensively here. Have a crossfire set up on A.
Oh, and there it is. Peek. Nice round at the end. I mean, they had really good rounds, HellRaisers, in between.
Yeah, in between the rounds that they actually won, you saw they actually had a plan. The rounds that they lost were the rounds where they basically just took a gamble and just went either a peak mode or just gamble, walk into B without a single nade, nothing else in between, and it just doesn't work out, especially versus a team like NiP. They're going to punish you for it.
Now, I imagine a lot of plans in Counter-Strike do start off with, let's see if we can get a pick, and then. How many plans start off with, what happens if we don't get the pick, if we actually lose someone? Do we have a plan B out of this one?
I mean, especially on Dust 2, even if you're one man behind, you can still do a lot of damage. You can still win the round on a map like this because it's so open. You still have so many spots to cover if you're on the CT side.
Well, we're going to have to see if they could do better on the CT side. HellRaisers, it's the first map going in here, and that's a good start from Dosia, but friberg running and gunning, taking him down. Kucher throws away his pistol and runs. I'm not sure why. He's going to get sent flying over. Some message to AdreN to say, don't come this way. Corpses are falling from the sky over here. It's Xizt now on short, just waiting. He's going to get executed by Angel. A really fast rotation coming in from HellRaisers. Might actually save this round. Angel now with a double headshot. It's a 2v3. Bomb is ticking away, but they're so fast, HellRaisers. They're not going to let go of this round. GetRight trying to jump and shoot, but Maikelele goes down. Angel, third headshot of the round. He's just beasting this round. GetRight takes one, fights Angel. The bomb has already been defused, and GetRight cannot win the round. HellRaisers, such a lot of pace in that round. That was great.
Yeah, very aggressive retake they had as well, and 2 great kills from Angel. I don't even know what was it, kucher or AdreN that dropped his pistol on Catwalk?
That was kucher.
Oh yeah, he thought that the USB silencer from his teammate was dropped right behind him, And then he ended up dropping because he didn't have any bullets left in his pistol. It just looked quite funny, actually.
It did. I mean, that's the upside. It looked funny from our point of view, but I think you're right. It's not like he thought the knife was a better option. He just assumed he'd pick one up on the way.
That or he gave up. He's like, okay, I'm done.
Can't do this anymore.
Just gonna try and jump into CT spawn. Hope there's a weapon over there.
Leave me alone, Friberg. AdreN in the middle, taking a few shots and spotting a couple of people, which is at least like the minimum you can do from when you're playing this position. You gotta let the people in B know that there are people out in mid so that they can actually help out. And Angel does just fine. He picked up that triple kill in the pistol round, all of them headshots, which is so huge. Kucher. Gotta be careful.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure why he's taken that fight for such a long time. And now AdreN goes down as well. This is looking very bad. Dosia comes up from behind, but that's actually very sloppy play from HellRaisers. They didn't need to take all those fights.
No, especially that distance as well for Kucher, especially. Just spraying away like 25 bullets. I think he damaged like one, and he hit like one person out of that whole spray.
Plenty of time for him to reload. Angel comes through with another triple. It really feels like the captain here of HellRaisers has just decided we're not going to lose this game. We just can't. Yeah. I'm going to do it alone if that's going to be the case.
Yeah, I mean, and especially on an eco or an anti-eco for HellRaisers, these are the runs that you really cannot afford to lose, especially when they're behind already.
Well, it's gonna be a buy round soon for NiP. What do you expect from them?
It really depends. I haven't seen. Okay, here we go. So we do have an off on Maikelele. Good choice, especially since he's been on fire this whole game so far. So great choice for him. Well, we're probably going to see just a standard round here from NiP coming in, just trying to get some picks, especially since they're still in the lead, and this is the first weapon round. They want to try and get a feel for the HellRaisers team on their CT side.
A nice boost here from Kucher, and actually could have got the kill on Maikelele. I'm not sure he realized quick enough what was going on, but it's not quite the Noah boost because it happens further back, and it can be really hard to deal with, especially when there's a smoke up. You're pretty not expecting that someone's going to be looking right over.
And look at that right here. This is so sneaky.
Well, Gerright's not usually one to be out sneak, but he might not realize that Dosia's hit.
Look at Dosia.
Oh, he loses patience and walks out. Gerright with the perfect angle, so just a little bit better in that case. Gerright does go down, and then there was just a lot of trading going on over at long. Kucher didn't get the shot off in time, and Xizt is going to come in from short. That calm position is only really good as long as someone else is covering you from long.
Yeah, and look at Dosia that round. He smoked off long, thinking that, well, there's no one that's going to be dumb enough to walk through the smoke. And then you have Get Right. Just Get Right things, right? Walking through the smoke.
Say he's dumb enough, or is it
no,
like
I'm saying that people don't expect people to do that, and that's exactly why when you actually do that from time to time, that it pays off. Like gambles like that do pay off.
You say that, but this is what makes it really creepy for me, at least, because Gerright and Dosia surely have been playing this battle down on long for a very, very long time, not just in Global Offensive, but going back even further than that. Everybody that I know knows how Gerright plays every map.
Yeah.
They all know that he does it, and it still seems to work. So that's actually, I mean, that's just to consider it. It's already funny just to look at, but it is like a little bit extra when you get the sense that actually they're probably all aware that they should watch out for it.
Oh yeah, especially especially on places or spots that you know Get Right plays at. You should be expecting everything.
Expect the unexpected. 7-11. HellRaisers not with enough money to buy. Unfortunately, they lost. I mean, that one round where they lost 3 people, where Kucher failed to spray a little bit from A side. It comes back to bite them now as they run out of money. So it's not just for fun that you want to survive the anti-ecos like that.
No, it's. They could have probably bought this round if they would have just stayed alive on the eco instead of losing 3 men. Then all of a sudden you don't have any money to buy, and especially in a situation like this where it's crucial for you to buy, because you could have reset NiP's economy there as well just by winning this round. But instead you're letting NiP's economy grow by having an eco.
Trying for a bit of a planned push on short, but friberg is just there with the AK looking for the quad, but Xizt is going to help him out, so anti-eco works out just fine. And
this is how it should have looked like for HellRaisers. Instead, you have NiP surviving all 5 members. Even if they end up losing next round, they can still buy. Whereas, let's say that they only survived 1 person.
Yeah.
They would have probably been on the save unless they got the bomb down.
Kucher's going to fight middle. He's really going to challenge Maikelele. He's waiting there, and he's going to get taken down through the door of all things as well, which is somewhat extra painful. HellRaisers once again. I don't have the maths in my head, but I have to imagine NiP will have been winning by far the majority of the entry frags in this game, and it makes such a big difference. Did the rifle just get blown away?
I think so, yeah.
No.
He can't find it.
No, that's not true. Flamie's got a pistol. I think the Jeep ate the rifle.
They're still looking, yeah. They're still looking for it.
It can't be true. Not in a semi-final. Not now. Look at how confused they are.
Yeah, they even smoked it off. I think they're looking for it. I still think they're looking for it.
You've got to be kidding me. They actually blew the rifle away.
Okay, he did find it. I think he found it, okay.
Good stuff.
And here, again, NiP is very smart in their ways now. They have catwalk control. They decide, okay, well, they have one man less to work with HellRaisers. We're just going to take out long.
But look at this. AdreN can actually get some really good kills in. If he's just patient, just waits a little bit longer, Xizt spots it, there's the bomb down, so now they know what's going on. HellRaisers definitely know it's going to be an A push. They see the bomb at 30 seconds here. friberg comes in, gets the spray on one, almost a second one, and Forrest is there to pick it up, so now it's all on Angel. It's either him or Dosia, and Angel's going to try and clutch the 1v3. He kills one, picks up an AK, and no time to waste. He comes charging in, does some good damage to Maikelele. He's got no grenades, he's got no kit, no head armor either. He's just going on almost naked here, and that's a great headshot on Get Right to make it a double. Without the kit here, he's going to have to move quick, and Maikelele is so far back. This is a very tough position. Angel is going to have to get some divine intervention here.
Yeah, he has no idea.
Feels it, spots out Maikelele once, now he's up on the site, but he can't really smoke off, he can't do anything, all he has to do is wait, he gets the kill, but there's no time! It's almost heartbreaking, can't even steal an AWP. That's a sick 1v3 from Angel, that's so impressive, but it's still not enough.
Yeah, and at least he managed to kill the remaining NiP players, which is good for the future rounds, if they actually keep on winning rounds now. Because you see here, NiP, look at their money. Yeah, they won 3 in a row, but they can afford to buy maybe one more time, unless they get the plant that they can buy 2 times.
Yeah.
And then they're broke.
I'm not sure what's happening for HellRaisers, because Angel and Dosia are playing a really, really tight Dust 2 game right now. They're getting a lot of kills, and they're making a lot of stuff happen, but the rest of HellRaisers just aren't really keeping up quite yet. flamie's had a couple of really good entry frags, but they need more right now. Angel, down in pit, gets the one with the AK that he saved from the last round. The rest of them are basically going to fall. Kucher walked into that grenade through the smoke. What about CT side aggression coming up in the next round? Is that worth it? I mean, we see some teams play very aggressively, boosting catwalk, for instance.
Well, they should, especially try to get to entry and then just fall back, just trying to give you the advantage. Because right now, if you're just playing defensively and passive, you're not going to get that entry, and then you're allowing NiP to gain map control and just take over the whole map. Especially when Maikelele is on point with the AWP right now, because he's dangerous.
Kucher, I was about to say, is he really going to fight the 1v2? I didn't see that happening, but yeah, he's going to steal the open run away, and I think that's a smart choice right now.
It is, especially when they don't have a lot of money, and NiP is already up to 14 rounds after this one, so.
Oh yeah, now if they will get save the orb at least. They no way they can catch Kucher at this point. I'd really like to see them go for a boost from CT spawn up to catwalk. Yeah. Quick peek into middle.
Some aggression, yeah. Or even push long with the AWP. Like the best person with a spawn towards long, just drop in the AWP. It's flamie in this case, and just try and get a pick on Get Right, because you know he's there anyway. Just go aggressive, because you haven't done that so far. Get the entry on Get Right. You know for a fact that, okay, well, there's no one really playing long. Yeah, you might have Maikelele in mid, but he's busy holding mid for the people coming from tunnels.
They're gonna try and double peek Maikelele in the middle, and Kucher falls. Angel's still alive, but it's another example of HellRaisers losing the entry.
Yeah, but they keep on doing the same thing over and over again, flashing over and then just try and peek the upper. And it hasn't been working out for them. They need to try something new.
Yeah, someone has to make that call. And we always wondered if when Blade was the 6th person, if he was the guy who had the overall view to see, well, this is what's lacking. You guys keep missing these shots or running this strat, and it doesn't work. Right now, HellRaisers, they seem to be unable to pull themselves out of this particular pattern, and flamie's gone down as well. Angel looking for a crossover kill, and nobody's actually covering middle for him either, so if they ran out middle, he'd be completely screwed, but they're just going to smoke off CT spawn and go for it, and
yeah, they're going to save.
Who's that lurking at long? It wouldn't happen to be Get Right, would it?
Of course it is.
Always.
And they're actually just, yeah, okay, they're holding, which is good. They need the money, and that's why you see them save. 3 on 5, bomb just about to go down. You don't even have a, yeah, you have a kid on AdreN, but he was so far away anyway, so.
I don't know if you're a betting person, friberg, but if you were, what would be the odds right now that HellRaisers can win 8 rounds in a row, CT side does 2 against NiP, and then force overtime?
Just by doing my math here, we would be close to 0.01%. The way that HellRaisers is playing right now as well, I just don't see it happening.
That's rough, that's rough. Well, as a sort of silver lining, they get to save the 3 rifles they had there, and that's some sort of start here. But something needs to change. We keep saying it, that those entry frags, that they're letting NiP play with pretty much all over the map, yeah. And they keep getting the entries.
Here we actually do see, we're going to see Angel pushing along, I think, this round with the op, trying to get the entry.
Yeah, they don't see anyone in long corner, but that's still something. NiP flash through the smoke, flamie's there, 1 great pickoff, 2 great pickoffs. Xizt and Forest gone already, gonna shoot a little bit more through the smoke, and now is where I'd love to see HellRaisers play safe. No more shooting through smoke, no more fighting, just play it safe. Angel gonna take down friberg, now 5v2.
Yeah, just hold the site now. Just make sure that they can't flank you anywhere. Hold middle, hold A, hold B, like you see here HellRaisers doing. They have 2 inside of B, so just in case flamie goes down, you still have 1 at car.
Maikelele is there and waiting, he gets the flick on flamie. Still waiting by cars, one member, and there's going to be another one up in window as well. Dosia to pick off Maikelele. Now it's get right. 1v4 here, and HellRaisers going to pick up another round. Angel with the double, and flamie, obviously, with that kind of opening, it works out perfectly. Yeah,
and you saw that. Well, NiP, again, I think they're feeling a little bit too comfortable right now, because they're walking through smokes, just trying to do something unorthodox. But especially when you walk through smokes and a choke point on B, most of the times that's never going to pan out.
Look at this, look at this. Maikelele actually got the long spawn. You can't overspawn here, but this time he did. He goes for the peek and puts AdreN on 2 health. Dosia really wants to follow up. He wanted to chase him down, hoping he'd be sort of still backing up, but they're already out in dodge. Grenade gonna soften up just a tiny bit. Almost could have been a kill then. So now we've seen the long spawn utilized from both sides. When Angel did it, there was no one there. Maikelele, he ran into almost 3 people and nearly killed one of them. Angel pushing top with flamie.
If they manage to get Forest here, this is a good call.
Kucher's gone down. Maikelele is opening up, and they run away. And now HellRaisers, they might be stuck on the other side of the map. Dosia here, he's going to have to really connect. He's got the M4A1. He hears the first person. You see him actually reacting to the sound, first of all. Gets friberg killed. Bomb is dropped for a moment, but GetRight coming in from behind. Doesn't get the kill on AdreN. It's a big slip up on GetRight's part there, and now it's a 3v3. Bomb still not planted. Forest already positioning himself for the retake here, just getting ready in case someone comes through CT spawn. That's going to be rough, but they're trying to retake from short and long. Pincer in. Oh. Double shot for Maikelele. 2 for 1. It's a quad kill in total. Fire. Now that's a way to finish a game.
Oh, it is for sure, and that double. No, Maikelele again playing lights out on Dust 2 here. He was by far their NiP's key player. Forest also have a good game, but Maikelele for sure is the